These side slope canals which are provided at right angles to the main canal or contour canal, which are neither on the watershed or nor on the valleys. So these are parallel to the natural drainage of the uh, main canal. So it has a very steep bed slope since the direction of the steepest slope of the ground is at right angle to the contours of the country. The contour it is right angle to the contour canal that is shown in this diagram. This is a side slope canal, which is perpendicular to this contour canal. मतलब perpendicular है, which is at right angles to this contour canal. Similar side slope canal, contour canal. The alignment of the field channel or water course. The maintenance of the field channel or water course where water is conveyed to the irrigation fields. The maintenance of these water courses or field channels is the responsibility of the farmers. Its alignment should have the following features. So the alignment of the field channel or water course should be such that they should be laid along the field boundaries. These field channels are laid along the field boundaries along the irrigation field, along the agriculture areas where water is supplied to the crops. They are aligned along the boundaries of the irrigation fields, and they should be capable of supplying sufficient water to the tail end. At the tail end of the canal, they are capable of supplying water. The second feature. And separate field channels should be provided for high and low lands when there is the undulation in the ground. And the field channel should not pass through the rocky, brackish, or cracked strata. The field channels or water courses should not pass through this rocky strata where there is a cracks are developed within the soil. So along that surface, rocky surface or rocky strata, that field channel should not be taken. So these are the classification based on the alignment of the canal. Up to this, we have seen the various classification of the canals. In that first type, we have seen first classification based on uh, the nature of source of supply. They are classified as permanent canal and inundation canal. Then classification based on financial output. They are classified as productive canal and protective canal. Then classification based on the function of the canal. They are classified as irrigation canal, carrier canal, feeder canal, navigation canal, and power canal. Then classification based on the boundary surface. They are classified as alluvial canals, non-alluvial canals, rigid boundary canals. In classification based on discharge through the canal, they are classified as main canal, branch canal, major distributaries, minor distributaries, and water courses. Then classification based on canal alignment. They are classified as contour canal, watershed canal, and side slope canal. These are the various classification of the canal structures. समजलं क्लासिफिकेशन काय प्रॉब्लेम आहे काय मध्ये समजलं सर्वांना anyone having questions please ask can unmute yourself or you can ask in chat box in types of channels the hydraulic design of the channels or irrigation canal is governed by two factors quantity of silt in the water carried by the channel the hydraulic design of the channel how it is done how canals are designed depends upon two factors quantity of the silt in the water or amount of silt in the water and type of boundary surface of the canal it may be rigid or it may be alluvial canal non-alluvial canal based on this they are classified into three types alluvial channels non-alluvial channels and rigid boundary channels or line channels the classification मध्ये आपण पाहिलं आहे depending upon the boundary surface alluvial channels non-alluvial channels and rigid boundary channels or line channels त्यामध्ये alluvial channels म्हणजे काय these are the channels which are excavated in the alluvial soils like silt which carry a lot of silt along with water during flow of the water to this channel they carry the silt so they are excavated in the alluvial soil therefore this type of channels are known as alluvial channels so boundary or perimeter of such channel is made of silt therefore it is commonly known as alluvium this is the boundary surface or perimeter of that channel if it is trapezoidal channel so that trapezoidal perimeter of that channel is made of silt that is commonly known as alluvium because it contains alluvium alluvial soil which is covered along the perimeter of the channel the silt content of water flowing in such a channel may vary along its length so that silt content while flowing of the water they may vary at along its length at one end it may be less at other end it may be higher the silt content may increase if the velocity of flow is such that it scores the bed and the sides of canal so whenever the maximum scoring of the bed is there scoring of the bed and sides of the canal in that case there will be the silt content will be more due to increase in the velocity you will carry the silts the silt content of the water may decrease if the velocity is such that silting takes that may takes place or settlement of the silt will occur If there is a decrease in velocity of flow, so the silt may settle down at the bottom of the channel. If the velocity is less, if velocity is more, it will carry the silt along with that flow. The aim of designers would be to design the channel in such a that non-silting and non-scoring velocity is obtained. While designing of this channel, design of this channels is made in a such a way that there should be no non-silting will be there and non-scoring velocity will be there. Non-scoring velocity is obtained for the given design discharge. Then non-alluvial channels are those which are excavated in the non-alluvial soils, such as loam, clay, hard soil, rock. In such type of soils, these non-alluvial channels are excavated. So such type of non-alluvial channels have no silting problems, and water can flow with non-silting velocities, higher velocities, without fear of scoring of the sides and bed of the canal. As there is no silting will occur in alluvial channels. There may be the more settlement of the silt will be there, or silting will be more. There will be the increase in silt content. In non-alluvial channels, there may be less silting. And third one is rigid boundary channels. These are the channels which are having sides and bottom made of rigid material. Therefore, they are called rigid boundary channel. Boundary surface is rigid. The line canals which are fall under this category. So the line canals are known as rigid boundary canals. These are the types of channels. So how the design of these channels is done? Design of alluvial channels. So there are two theories are there for designing the alluvial channels: Kennedy's theory and Lacey's silt theory for designing the alluvial channels. So how the design of alluvial channels is done? So alluvial channels which are excavated, which are constructed in the alluvial soil. This channel takes off water from the river, and while flowing of the water, they carry silt along the flow of the water. So this silt, while flowing, this silt is carried either in suspension, they remain in suspension at the water surface, or they may carry along the bed of the canal. They may settle down at the bed of the canal, or they may remain in suspension. The silt load carried by the channel imposes the problem in channel design in alluvial soil. So this silt load is that is calculated while designing the this alluvial channel. How much the silt load is there, that is calculated. The velocity to be allowed in channel design should be such that the silt flowing in the channel is not dropped on the bed. The velocity of the flow of the water during the design of this channel is made or it is designed in a such a that there is no silt may settle down at the bed of the canal. So such a velocity is maintained. Design of channel is done in such a that it will carry the silt while flowing. So when channel silts up, its capacity reduces and it will irrigate less area. If there is more silting will occur. If there is a settlement of the silt is more, in that case, it will reduce the capacity of that channel, and also it will irrigate less area. The discharge will be reduced, and the irrigation will be less. The area to be irrigated will be less. So velocity of the flow should be less so that it will not erode the sides of the channel and bed of the channel. So if the sides and the bed of the channel are eroded away, then the cross section increases, and besides other damages because of score, its full supply depth decreases. Its full supply depth will decrease, and less area will be irrigated. If there is more area is eroded, the sides and bed of the channel are eroded, then it will decrease the discharge. The full supply depth will decrease, and it will irrigate less area. So the velocity which will just keep the silt in suspension without scoring of the channel, that is known as non-silting and non-scoring velocity. So at this velocity, the silt will remain in suspension in the channel. There will be no scoring and no silting of the canal. No silting in the canal. Therefore, that velocity that keeps the silt in suspension in the channel, that velocity is known as non-scoring velocity. This non-scoring velocity is maintained. So there are many researchers, many investigators or geotechnical engineers who have worked on these channels, alluvial channels, for designing the non-silting, non-scoring channel section. So various investigation is done on various types of channels for designing these channels for non-silting and non-scoring scoring velocity. To obtain the non-silting and non-scoring velocity, so many researchers and investigators have worked on this channel design. So out of this, the notable amongst them more works which is done by Mr. R.G. Kennedy of Punjab Irrigation Department, and another name of investigator is Mr. Gerald Lacey, Chief Engineer Irrigation Department of UP. So have these two researchers, investigators who have worked on the channels for designing the non-silting and non-scoring channel sections. So त्यांनी theory develop केलेली आहे. These investigators, the name is Mr. R.G. Kennedy. The theory which was developed by Kennedy, that theory is known as Kennedy's theory. And the theory which is given by Mr. Gerard Lacy. That theory is known as Lacy's-Silt theory. दोन theories या दोन investigators ने दिलेले आहेत. So this idea, which is propagated by the these two researchers, that is known as Kennedy's theory and Lacy's theory. त्यांच्या नावांनी त्यांनी ती theory design केली, theory investigate केलेली आहे. So this is the more important. These are the two important theories: Kennedy's theories and Lacy's Silt theory. समजलं इथपर्यंत? This is the design of LUL channels. So these two researchers, investigators, have given Kennedy's theory and Lacy's Silt theory. After this, we have seen this design of channels. In next lecture, we'll see this theory, two theories, Kennedy's theory and Lacy's theory. These are the two important theories for design of the channel that we will see in next lecture. समजलं सर्वांना इथपर्यंत? Any questions? Please ask. Yes, anyone? तुकाळे, सुरवसे, हरवाळकर, जगदाळे, बांगे, मुल्ला. Any doubt? Jadhav, Pawar. Yes, anyone? Any doubt? Sapka, Sate, Yadav. Soham. Anyone? Okay. Here we will stop. In next lecture, we'll see this Kennedy theory and Lacy's Silt theory.